It's time we face some hard truths. For far too long, we've been living under a misguided notion that kindness is something we should extend to everyone no matter what. But let's take a step back and ask ourselves, does kindness to everyone really serve us? Or does it, in fact, sometimes hinder us from achieving what we deserve and where we want to go? It's high time we stopped being kind to everyone. Yes, you heard that right. And it's not about being cold-hearted. It's about being wise with your energy. We are taught from a young age that kindness is a virtue, a quality that will help us win hearts and build bridges. But the reality is, kindness, when given to the wrong people, can easily be taken for granted. The wrong people will never appreciate it. They will exploit it, manipulate it, and ultimately, they will wear you down. You don't have endless energy. There is a limit to how much kindness you can give. So the real question is, are you using your kindness in the right places? Are you giving it to those who deserve it? Or are you wasting it on people who will never value it? Let me tell you something. You cannot be kind to everyone. It's not possible. If you try, you will stretch yourself thin. If you spread yourself too thin, you lose your ability to focus on what truly matters. You become distracted. You end up putting energy into the wrong things and the wrong people. And that's a loss not just for you, but for the world around you. Look at history. Look at the greatest leaders, the greatest thinkers, the ones who have changed the world. None of them were kind to everyone. They understood the value of prioritizing their energy. They focused on what mattered. They fought for their beliefs. They stood firm and they made tough decisions. Being kind to everyone would distract them from their purpose. They didn't waste time pleasing everyone. They understood that true strength comes from knowing when to be kind, but also knowing when to stop. The truth is, people will take advantage of you. Some will act like they're your friend, but when the going gets tough, they won't be there. Some will pretend to have your best interests at heart, but when the chips are down, they'll show their true colors. And this is something you need to understand. Not everyone deserves your kindness. There are people who will drain you, who will make you question your own worth, who will slowly chip away at your confidence. And if you keep being kind to them, if you keep letting them in, they will leave you broken. And in the end, they will walk away, leaving you with nothing but regret. But you don't have to fall into that trap. Stop being kind to everyone. Stop protecting your energy. You have to be selective about who you let into your circle. Those who truly matter, those who align with your values, those who respect your time and effort. They deserve your kindness, but everyone else, no, they don't deserve it. Stop wasting your precious time on people who don't care about you. Stop trying to please people who will never be pleased. Because in the end, it's not about them, it's about you. You see, there's something powerful about standing your ground. When you stop being kind to everyone, you take control of your life. You draw boundaries. You become strong. And strength is not just about physical power, it's about mental resilience, emotional stability, and the ability to make difficult choices. It's about knowing who you are and not letting anyone undermine your worth. When you stop being kind to everyone, you stop letting others dictate how you should behave. You stop letting their opinions sway you. You stop being a puppet to the expectations of the world. This doesn't mean you should turn into a bitter person or that you should become indifferent to the pain of others. No, it simply means that you need to be discerning. You need to learn when to say no, when to walk away, and when to put yourself first. It means you should have enough respect for yourself to recognize when someone is using you, when someone is manipulating your kindness, and when you need to let them go. It means you don't have to engage with everyone. You don't owe anyone your time, your energy, your empathy, or your resources. So let's be real here. We live in a world where people will take advantage of you if you let them. The world is full of users, manipulators, and opportunists. It's a hard truth, but it's a truth we have to face. And if you are kind to everyone, you will become a target for these people. They will latch onto you and they will drain you dry. And then when you have nothing left to give, they will move on to the next person. So, what's the lesson here? Protect yourself. Protect your energy. Stop being kind to everyone. Only give your kindness to those who will appreciate it, who will respect it, and who will reciprocate it. And even then, don't give too much, because sometimes giving too much can hurt you more than it helps. It's not about being cruel. It's about being smart. It's about being wise. It's about taking control of your life and your decisions. It's about having the courage to say no. It's about having the confidence to stand up for yourself, even if that means not being liked by everyone. And let me tell you something. If you're trying to be liked by everyone, you're on a fool's errand. No one, no matter how great they are, can please everyone. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you can stop wasting time trying to do so. Remember, you are not here to live for the approval of others. You are not here to make everyone happy. You are here to make a difference. You are here to leave a mark on this world. And that means making the hard choices. That means cutting off toxic people, setting boundaries, and standing firm in your belief. Let me make this crystal clear. Your kindness is a precious commodity. It's not something to be given away to just anyone. It's something to be invested in people who matter, who deserve it. And if that means walking away from people who have used you or who have taken you for granted, then so be it. If that means letting go of relationships that no longer serve you, then do it. If that means disappointing people who expected too much from you, then let them be disappointed. You are not here to serve others. You are here to serve yourself first and foremost. Only when you serve yourself, when you respect your own boundaries, when you protect your own energy, can you truly make a difference in the lives of those who matter. You cannot change the world by being kind to everyone. You can change the world by focusing on the right things, the right people, the right causes. You can change the world by being strong enough to stand up for what you believe in, by being wise enough to make the right decisions, and by being brave enough to stop being kind to everyone. Now, let's take a moment and look around you. Who in your life deserves your kindness? Who in your life brings you strength, love, and support? These are the people who deserve your kindness. Everyone else, protect your energy. Save your kindness for those who are worthy. Save your energy for the battles that matter. You don't have to be kind to everyone. In fact, you shouldn't be. The world will respect you more when you stand firm, when you know when to give and when to hold back, and when you stop being kind to those who only seek to drain you. And when you make these decisions, when you choose wisely where to invest your kindness and where to pull back, you'll find that you're not just protecting yourself. You're becoming stronger, more powerful, and more focused on your true mission. You'll find that your life becomes clearer, and the world will notice, because the world respects strength. The world respects boundaries. The world respects people who know their worth and don't waste time on the wrong people. You have the power to shape your life, to shape your destiny. And that starts with one simple decision. Stop being kind to everyone. Make the choice to protect your energy, to protect your heart, and to protect your dreams. It's the only way you'll ever truly reach the heights you were meant to reach. For too long, society has taught us that kindness is a virtue that we should extend indiscriminately to everyone, regardless of who they are or what they bring to the table. We are taught to be generous, empathetic, and understanding, regardless of the consequences. While kindness is undeniably one of the most powerful tools we can use in life, we need to realize that it is not limitless. There is a line, a boundary, beyond which kindness becomes counterproductive. There is a danger in being kind to everyone. It is this very belief that kindness is an unconditional currency to be distributed equally that leads many to waste their time, their energy, and their emotions on those who simply do not deserve it. Now let's stop and think for a moment. Why do we feel this obligation to be kind to everyone? What drives us to spread ourselves so thin, attempting to make everyone around us happy, to be liked by everyone? It is a deep-rooted fear that if we do not, we will be seen as selfish or unloving. This fear is implanted into us from a very young age. We are conditioned to seek approval, to look for acceptance, and to build relationships, even if those relationships are based on an illusion of kindness, rather than a true understanding of what we need. The truth is, this constant desire to be kind to everyone comes from a place of insecurity, a fear of rejection, of being misunderstood, or even of being alone. It's the innate human desire to avoid conflict and to fit in with others. But here's the reality. Not everyone is deserving of your kindness. Not everyone is entitled to it. And not everyone will appreciate it. In fact, there are people who will take your kindness for granted, who will use it for their own personal gain, and who will manipulate you when you're in the midst of trying to be kind. They will play on your emotions, they will twist your words, and they will take advantage of your generosity. They will drain you, leave you exhausted, and in the end, when you have nothing left to give, they will disappear. Why? Because they never truly cared for you in the first place. You were simply a means to an end for them. There are those who will only take, they will only expect, they will demand your time, your resources, your energy, and they will never offer anything in return. Have you ever found yourself giving and giving, trying to help someone, offering them your kindness, only to find that the more you give, the more they want, and when you need help, when it's your turn, they're nowhere to be found? This is the very essence of why we must be careful with who we give our kindness to. It should not be treated as a currency that can be devalued by the selfishness of others. It should be regarded as a precious resource, one that needs to be used wisely, judiciously, and only with those who respect it. Think about it. How many times have you invested your time and energy into someone only for them to not show appreciation? How many times have you been there for others only to be let down in return? This is a hard truth, but it's one that we all need to face. Not everyone is deserving of your time, your kindness, or your compassion. The sooner we realize this, the sooner we can stop the endless cycle of giving and receiving little in return. It's a destructive cycle that saps our strength and wears down our spirit. It's draining, and it prevents us from becoming the best version of ourselves. The truth is, if you keep spreading your kindness to everyone, you will have no energy left for those who truly need it, the people who will stand by you, support you, and respect you in return. And those people, the ones who matter, deserve everything you have to offer. So, how do we break free from this? How do we stop the cycle of overextending ourselves to everyone around us? It starts with understanding that kindness is not an unlimited resource. It is something that should be cherished, something that should be given only to those who truly deserve it. And to do that, we need to recognize who these people are. These are the people who reciprocate your kindness. They respect your time, your boundaries, and your effort. They don't take advantage of your generosity, but instead, they value it. They understand that kindness is a mutual exchange, not a one-way street, and these people are rare. But they are the ones who deserve your time, your energy, and your heart. When you realize this, when you truly understand the value of your kindness, you stop giving it away to everyone who comes along. You stop trying to please everyone. You stop bending over backward to make everyone happy. Instead, you start prioritizing the people who truly matter, the people who are there for you when you need them, the people who respect you as much as you respect them. It is in this space, this place of mutual understanding and respect, that true, meaningful relationships are born. These are the relationships that are built on trust, not on superficial kindness. Now, let's talk about what happens when we continue to give kindness to everyone. When we extend our kindness without discretion, we burn ourselves out. The more we give to others, the less we have for ourselves. We begin to neglect our own needs, our own desires, and our own dreams. We start to forget who we are, what we stand for, and what we want to achieve. We give and give until there is nothing left inside of us. And in that empty space, we start to feel resentment. We begin to resent those who take our kindness for granted. We begin to feel as though we've been used. And in many cases, we have been. But we allowed it. We allowed ourselves to be used, to be drained, because we did not set boundaries, because we did not protect our energy. This is not an easy truth to face. It's painful, but it's necessary. It's necessary for our mental and emotional well-being. Because when we don't stop being kind to everyone, when we don't draw the line, we end up feeling exhausted, empty, and unappreciated. We end up feeling like we are stuck in a cycle where we are constantly giving, but never receiving. And this is where the danger lies. When you give too much to others, you start to lose yourself. You lose sight of your own goals, your own passions, and your own purpose. You begin to live for others, not for yourself. And this is not a life worth living. A life lived constantly trying to please everyone, constantly trying to meet everyone's expectations, is a life full of frustration and burnout. You end up sacrificing your own happiness for the sake of others. And in the end, you wonder where it all went wrong. You wonder why you feel so drained, so unfulfilled. The answer is simple. You gave too much of yourself to the wrong people. But here's the good news. You can stop. You can choose to stop being kind to everyone. You can choose to protect your energy, to set boundaries, to put yourself first. And when you do this, you will notice a change. You will feel more focused, more aligned with your true purpose. You will feel stronger, more empowered. You will find that you have more energy to invest in the things that matter, in the people who matter. And most importantly, you will have more energy to invest in yourself. When you stop being kind to everyone, you stop losing yourself. You stop draining yourself. You stop giving away pieces of yourself to people who do not deserve them. And in doing so, you reclaim your power. So it's time to make a choice. It's time to stop being kind to everyone. It's time to stop being everyone's doormat. It's time to stop sacrificing your own happiness for the sake of others. It's time to draw the line and say, I will be kind to those who deserve it, to those who respect me, to those who care for me in return. This is the path to true strength, true fulfillment, and true happiness. It's a path that requires courage, it requires wisdom, and it requires you to believe that you are worth more than the endless, thankless cycle of giving to people who will never appreciate it. When you choose to stop being kind to everyone, you are choosing to protect your heart, your energy, and your dreams. You are choosing to live a life that is aligned with your values, your goals, and your purpose. And that, my friends, is the most powerful decision you will ever make. It's time to stop the endless cycle of trying to please everyone, of trying to fit into a mold that isn't you. It's time to embrace the power of being selective with your kindness, to embrace the strength of setting boundaries, and to embrace the truth that you don't owe anyone your time or your energy if they don't respect it. When you make this shift, you will begin to see the world in a completely new light. You will see that your kindness is a powerful force, one that can change lives, but only when it's given to those who truly deserve it. Now, take a moment and think about the people in your life. Are they draining you? Are they taking more than they're giving? Do they appreciate your kindness? Or are they simply using it for their own benefit? It's time to start asking yourself these tough questions. It's time to stop being kind to everyone and start being kind to those who truly deserve it. Your time, your energy, and your kindness are valuable. They are precious, and they deserve to be treated as such. When we speak about the idea of not being kind to everyone, it's critical to emphasize that kindness in and of itself is not inherently negative. Kindness, when given to the right people, can foster incredible relationships, create opportunities, and build lasting bonds. But we need to understand that kindness, just like anything else, has a place and a time. It is a finite resource. The sooner we realize that we cannot be kind to everyone, the sooner we can align ourselves with those who actually matter, who deserve our time and effort, and who are in the same space as us, mentally and emotionally. It is important to recognize that life is not about everyone around you having access to your kindness. Life is about prioritizing your relationships and your energy in a way that serves your purpose. Every single day we encounter people, some of whom genuinely need our support, our kindness, and our help. But we also encounter others who are simply looking to exploit us, take advantage of our generosity, and ultimately drain us of everything we have. You may have experienced this. You may have been there for someone, offering your time, your resources, and your empathy. And yet, when the time came for that person to step up and show reciprocity, they were nowhere to be found. You've all seen it, haven't you? People who come into your life only when they need something. People who are eager to take, and yet never once pause to ask what you need. These people will never value the kindness you offer because, in their eyes, it's not about building a relationship. It's about extracting as much as they can from you without giving anything in return. They will manipulate you, take advantage of you, and leave you feeling used and exhausted, as if your kindness was nothing more than a tool for their own benefit. The more you give, the more they expect. And eventually you're left with nothing, no energy, no time, and no appreciation. What many people don't realize is that their kindness, when given to those who are not deserving, leaves them with a sense of emptiness. It leaves them feeling unappreciated, invisible, and broken. Over time, they begin to feel as though they have been taken advantage of. But they also feel confused because they were just being kind. Kindness is supposed to make the world better, isn't it? So why do they feel worse? Why do they feel drained? As if something essential has been taken from them. Here is the truth. Kindness in its purest form is a gift. But like all gifts, it must be offered to those who appreciate it. It must be given to those who are worthy of it. If you keep giving your kindness to people who are not worthy, you will be left feeling empty, confused, and hurt. These people will not care for you, they will not respect your boundaries, and they will not see the value of the kindness you offer. And when that happens, the very thing you once thought would bring joy and connection instead brings only exhaustion and frustration. Your energy is depleted, your sense of self is eroded, and your spirit is broken. We need to stop pretending that everyone is entitled to our kindness. Everyone is not deserving of it. This might sound harsh, but it's the truth we need to face. If you don't learn to be discerning with your kindness, if you don't start drawing boundaries, you'll find yourself giving pieces of yourself away to people who will never see your worth, who will never appreciate what you do, and who will never give back in the same way. And at some point, this constant cycle will leave you feeling empty and lost. But when you decide to stop being kind to everyone, when you stop wasting your energy on people who don't deserve it, you start to realize how much more you have to give. Your energy becomes focused on those who truly matter. You become more selective, more intentional with your time, and more discerning with your kindness. This doesn't mean becoming cold or heartless. It simply means being smarter with where you direct your energy, your time, and your kindness. It means protecting yourself from the people who will use you for their own purposes. It means recognizing that kindness is not an endless resource, and it shouldn't be wasted on people who will never value it. The key to this is understanding that when you focus your kindness on the right people, on those who truly deserve it, you build stronger, more meaningful connections. You start to build relationships that are rooted in mutual respect, trust, and understanding. These relationships become nourishing, they become fulfilling, and they become sources of strength rather than sources of weakness. You find that your energy is returned to you tenfold when you give it to the right people. The kindness you extend to those who truly care for you creates an exchange of energy that lifts you up rather than draining you. And here's something important to understand. People who are deserving of your kindness will never take advantage of it. They will not manipulate you. They will not drain you, and they will not use you. Instead, they will appreciate what you offer. They will reciprocate when you need support, and they will honor the boundaries you set. This is what kindness in healthy reciprocal relationships looks like. It doesn't feel draining, it feels uplifting. It doesn't leave you feeling empty, it leaves you feeling whole. And the more you surround yourself with people who appreciate you in this way, the more you realize that kindness is not about quantity. It's about quality. When you begin to stop being kind to everyone, when you stop giving your kindness to those who don't deserve it, you free yourself from the burden of carrying other people's expectations. You stop trying to meet the needs of people who will never be satisfied. You stop worrying about pleasing everyone, and instead you start focusing on what truly matters to you. This shift allows you to focus on your own goals, your own needs, and your own aspirations. It allows you to prioritize your mental health, your well-being, and your personal growth. The more you stop trying to please others, the more you begin to please yourself. And in that process, you start to build a life that is aligned with who you truly are. But this is not easy. It's hard to say no. It's hard to walk away from relationships that no longer serve you. It's difficult to set boundaries with people who are used to taking advantage of your kindness, but it is necessary. It is necessary if you want to protect your energy, to protect your time, and to protect your spirit. If you continue to allow people to take advantage of your kindness, you will continue to feel drained, overwhelmed, and unappreciated. But when you stop giving kindness to everyone, you take control of your life. You take back your energy. You take back your power. This is where strength lies. Within the ability to walk away, to say no, to set boundaries, and to protect yourself from people who do not deserve your time, your energy, or your kindness. And as you begin to make these choices, as you start to protect yourself from the people who drain you, you will find that your life becomes lighter. You will find that you have more time to focus on what truly matters. You will find that the people who matter to you, the people who appreciate you, will start to show up more in your life. And this is the beauty of protecting your energy. When you stop being kind to everyone, you start being kind to those who matter most. And let me tell you, it's worth it. It's worth taking the time to evaluate your relationships and recognize which ones are draining you, which ones are taking more than they are giving. It's worth making the hard choice to let go of relationships that no longer serve you. And it's worth standing firm in your decision to protect your kindness for those who truly deserve it. Because when you stop being kind to everyone, you begin to realize that kindness, when given to the right people, is the most powerful force in the world. It has the ability to heal, to uplift, to inspire, and to create meaningful change. But it can only do that if it is protected and given in the right circumstances to the right people who will honor and cherish it. When you stop being kind to everyone, you are not rejecting kindness itself. You are simply understanding that kindness, like any other powerful force, must be used wisely. You are learning to direct it towards the people who will appreciate it, who will respect it, and who will reciprocate it. And when you do that, you create a world around you that is filled with love, respect, and mutual understanding. That is the world you deserve. That is the world you create when you choose to stop being kind to everyone and begin to focus your kindness where it truly belongs. We must recognize the importance of discerning where we place our energy, kindness, and attention. While kindness is a powerful and noble virtue, it is not meant to be spread indiscriminately. Not everyone around you deserves your time, your generosity, or your emotional investment. When we stop being kind to everyone, we start to protect our most valuable resources, our time, our energy, and our sense of self. We learn to focus on the relationships that truly matter, the ones based on mutual respect, understanding, and reciprocity. By setting boundaries and making intentional choices about where we direct our kindness, we reclaim our power. We prioritize ourselves and the people who add value to our lives rather than depleting ourselves on those who take without giving. The process may not always be easy, but the benefits are clear. We become stronger, more aligned with our true purpose, and more capable of living a fulfilling and empowered life. When we are selective in our kindness, we not only protect ourselves, but we also elevate the very nature of our relationships. We give what we have to those who truly appreciate it, and in doing so, we create a space for deeper, more meaningful connections. Kindness, when used wisely, becomes a force that uplifts, nurtures, and inspires. It becomes a tool for building the life we deserve, one that is rich in love, respect, and genuine support. So remember this: stop being kind to everyone. Choose where you invest your kindness carefully. Protect your energy and prioritize the people who will honor and value what you have to offer. Only then will you be able to live authentically, free from the burden of trying to please everyone, and empowered to create the life you've always dreamed of.